morning, wherever you are. Good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to today's show, Face the Nation GH, Trending Issues and Rebuilding Ghana. Once more on a cap, this is what we've been doing, and this is what we are going to do. I know there's a lot of people complaining, say sometimes you just want to get the topic of the day. The program itself has been divided into three. Initial in the introduction, then we welcome the community. Then the second segment, now I hear the trending issues, which is the bulletin. The major issues are air trending or Ghana now. Yeah, New Year. Then we choose one topic under rebuilding Ghana. So let's take today as a case study. Right now, I'll welcome everybody to the show. The second segment, I will just quickly get into it. They are talking about trending issues. The major news are air trending or Ghana. Yeah, then under rebuilding Ghana, and then we are going to focus on LGB. We are going to focus on LGB. I know, this thing has been in our society for a very long time, in as much as they take a radical stand against it now. And looking at the nature of how globalization echo right now, it seems it will get to a point certain countries will be forced to legalize it, or else it's going to affect our relations with certain diplomatic fronts. You see, I would say it's time to do this again with Emmanuel Acheampong. So that's going to be... All right, let's get to the trending issues. Mahama Ayariga wants retirement age extended from 60 to 65. I know most countries adapted like almost movie from the 60 cap to the 65 years. But it also depends on the labor force, how healthy the labor force is. It wouldn't be a bad call. I mean, for people to work for that period of time, it means there's going to be more productivity to the country. Now, let's see this from Gabi Ochidavo. Admit that you have been outsmarted by Yisi and Akufo-Addo's lawyers, according to Gabi. Akufo-Addo directs Edubuahin to act as his rep at Finance Ministry. I hope say Edubuahin by now. Bafo pegs job losses after banking sector cleanup 3,000. At one point, you see, this banking issue, and at one point, government is to make a decision. It was very, even though it was swift and very decisive, they think it was to the benefit of the country, which a lot of people disagree with him, say, no, I'm poor minus that, but Bafo, or see, I'm indifferent on possible extension of maternity leave. Okay, tomorrow Supreme Court is meeting the petitioner and the two respondents again. It seems that case is actually coming to an end. We are seeing the closure of that particular petition, the 2020 petition the Ghana Supreme Court. Court adjourned treason trial due to COVID-19. I know it's a COVID-19, a lot of impact on a lot of people. It's even affecting. There are some cases we already have to. See, the aftermath of Kokwani suspension, he has been threatening the NDC party for quite a while. I say, so free party to him is going to go against the party. Look, political party, the OBBN or Bekase, will you be free any impact on the party? But you see, looking at some of the utterances, there's also another school of thought say NDC for no not take it too much time. Just last week, he was almost suspended. Invoke party constitution. So I believe the party was in the right direction. But on the other side, if you look at the politics of it now, When the Hodi constituency, just say he has been a very vibrant young man in the party. You know, a bit any impact on him. We are yet to see. All right. I never slept with Kandapa. Met him just once. Chantal Kujau. This issue, I don't want to go into it. Eugene Ahen's wife, Sue, for 3.5 million defamation suit is coming up. Wife, kids of a nurse who threatened to burn Supreme Court beg. I've seen these stories. I don't know. I'll say the 0 to 6 score line chalked by John Mahama in election petitions so far. I believe someone referred to the number of motions filing under petitioner deny or What are you running away from? It's too late to withdraw your case. Maurice Ampao to Mahama. I've not heard it say NDC for they intend to withdraw the case. You know, initial stages now, it didn't have interrogatories. You know, a lot of people started on social media say, how can you have a civil trial and I ain't granted the truth of discovery? So people were even saying someone withdraws that case now. Eugene wives backtrack withdraws. MPP will not allow Alan Baumia. That's from John Boadu. You see, the competition between Baumia and Alan, according to John, I believe that it's too early. So almost that it's going to have a negative impact on the party. But no matter what you do, it's just going to come up. They just have to find a way to manage it. Because I almost started in social media. It was before the 2020 elections. Almost started there. Adokufo more qualified to be the national security than Kandapa. Western Regional Minister designate Kwabena Ochri Dakum Mensa. Some group is calling that they should reject Dakum Mensa as a Western Regional Minister. John Boadu. Election petition. NDC court case is empty. No, let's get into the trending issues. All right, welcome back. For rebuilding Ghana, here's our issue. Look, first, from where I'm broadcasting from state of Massachusetts, they deem it as a hate crime. So maybe I can be before which is for LGBT for. This is the issue. Look, foreign countries in adapt Ghana. It's a crime there. But before our society ever accept such practices, one, let's all consider don't only look at the face of the politics or relation with international bodies, now we implemented this policy. You first consider the tradition of the people, the custom of the people, and the culture of the people. Ghanaians will not openly accept this. Okay? Sometimes politicians and the only political figure what me are coming out boldly say Adewe is on Ghanaian, and late meals, time UK for threatening says, oh man, yes, on be denying of benefit. He also came out, said, no more form of benefits. country no will not legalize LGB. It clearly tells you their position. And I believe say almost consulted country in norms, no more tradition. Not to say those people doesn't exist in our society or they are not part of us. It treating say a psychological issue. It treating say a spiritual issue. I believe it's a government should rather recognize them, not legitimizing it, but all recognize it to give them assistance. Those are a psychological issue or societal issue. Government should do that. But you see, I take it a different face. It's like foreign powers, episode you see, or more economic bargain or more economic power, okay, to push some of the third world countries, to accept the practices of LGB. Just last week, you saw my commission or more office to them. It gives them recognition, and we heard for our money. That man, let me commend him so much. You see, the reason why some of the political figures want to make LGB for no one because it's a group. When you are dealing with them, you have to be very careful. They are very influential in the world, and they are very powerful in the world. They can make a lot of decisions. So if you even come out, that's all say you are against one agenda, they can even finance your opponent on the political face, to make you unpopular. They are very, very worthy people and they join way. If people have the mindset, to me, may be wrong, they join it because for economic or financial benefits, joining this kind of group. To share Akufoado's position or his stance when he was being interviewed on this LGB. So he interviewed very well. He wasn't in a position to tell them, say, Ghana for and Pewi, and I say it goes against our culture. But what he did was that he made it clear, say, a question of time. Maybe not only generation to answer, but looking at the future, it's something that will come. And this is how they champion the agenda. One, almost starting as a human rights. That's how it started. They deem it say a human rights issue, and if that is the case, not say a human rights issue, they should also be recognized and they should be given the opportunity. Under Trump, also policy banned. That was our transgender issue, in the U.S. Army. Biden left it to the Democrats in a almost main issue. I wasn't surprised. Say the change of government by USA, you have almost pushing agenda now on Ghanaians. You see, now it's up to Hala, our political leaders, you see, in as much as you have a cordial relationship with another country and you depend on the person when it comes to defense and economic agent, when you are playing the geopolitical analysis, on the world phase or where international politics is concerned, it doesn't necessarily mean that impose a big goal contrary to culture and also normal, you should accept it. Now, during the vetting committee, I just have can say, I say LGBTs, criminality, I say it's criminality non-negotiable. So culturally unacceptable. Per the criminal aspect, let me comment there for that position. Because any decision being political, economic, or social, in a wise manner, so make a decision that you should make sure, say, greater people in the country is going to benefit them. In as much as be a Ghanaian conducting any survey, see, you can see a tekino, per your religion, practicing you can put it in the side of the Christians. The predominant people that belong to the Christendom will say no to the practice of LGB. Then, the predominant people within the Islamic religion, especially being the Sunni, Ahmadiyya, or the Shia people, they even oppose these practices, especially by in your not necessarily I want to see the word non-negotiable. They don't even give room for even debate or negotiations at all. So this is what Ajua said. The minister designated for gender, children, and social protection. I hope say never Tintina will make a statement way, but she will walk the talk. You're confirming we are. I say has taken a bold stand against the lesbians, gay, bisexual, and transgender practices in the country. Taking on her turn before the vetting panel at the appointment committee, I say, the controversial issue of the LGBT is unlawful and has no place in Ghana's cultural settings. I think say it's the same thing in Akufonso Ekaye. The European Union in Ghana has its support the promotion of LGBT rights by local civil society organization. Look, their rights to me should not be violated because once they are human. But let's try to separate for violating our rights, with legalization of this. It's two things. And you can want say because this is what a lot of people are doing. Because Nkofu be brave and that practice in their country, they want to use violent means to correct that cultural issue. To me, it's wrong. What I believe in is their fundamental rights must be protected. But they should know such practices is criminal, it's un-Ghanaian, and it's then Ghanaian culture that's not accepted. I will say, on the issue of the cultural acceptance norms, these practices are also frowned upon. So for me, these are two distinct clarities on the matter, and that is what I strongly stand for, she explained. The European Union in Ghana has said it supports the promotion of LGBT rights by local civil society organizations in Ghana. The union said in a post on Facebook that a couple of weeks ago, the European Union in Ghana participated in an opening of a new community space. Yes, I do know it raised a lot of controversy. People be brave take on social media, so we will be our monitor. Then we heard this also coming from there's this man. He's a lawyer. For Money has been following this issue for a very long time, and this is what he said: the EU cannot force Ghana to tolerate LGBT rights. Yes, indeed, they cannot. Direct enforcement, the people can reject it, but they can use economic engine or economic power or diplomatic power or say in extreme cases defense power, because if you understand how foreign politics or international politics what they play at, there are two main things normally. Either they use economic engine, that's a true economic benefit, they deny you loans, they give you strict sanctions, you wouldn't have access to IMF and World Bank and certain grants. You will be succumb to. That's what it's like, or they are likely to do. So, For Money went further to explain, or say, the Executive Secretary of the National Coalition for Proper Human Sexual Rights and Family Values, Moses For Money, has taken the European Union and European Union in Ghana to the cleaners for asking Ghanaians to respect and tolerate lesbians, gays, bisexual, transgender, and individuals in the community. He said that the EU should not impose their so-called values and beliefs on Ghanaians who are against homosexuality. You know why? It's a cultural issue here. Or culture maybe permits them, but they don't. That movement now, or that no, sole intention, they believe in a man and a female getting married. Okay? One time, let me read the or Facebook. Obi say, na For Money group your modani. I say, proper human sexual rights and family values. Then the pani busa say na almost promote a yana, almost support and also promote a polygamy because at one point you see, and further discussion about, I say most of these white people have been able to convince us, say polygamy and but they are trying to justify say LGBT let me conclude on For Money. I say For Money was reacting to issue office in Ghana for the rights. Time our own commission office in the last week in the sparkles are trouble way. Lawyer Moses For Money recently waged a crusade for the shutdown of the new office space for the LGBT movement. You see, one of the problems they been here. Okay? to some radical face, you may say yes, it's good, someone shutting it down. But here's the case, who take that approach, maybe I know be a but what they can do, they say, it's time, say, government, any civil society organization or the stakeholders in the country, or community leaders, okay, let them know, say, your culture with you permit it, your norms, accept your deal. But see, we take the law into our hands. Then such people become enemies in the society. That is when, in a way, we try to protect the culture and the norms of your country. You may be violating on one's fundamental human rights, because in some cases, almost nature, almost boom, almost to show almost some places normal boom with the intent say on be just I don't know more yet. Or conclude you or say. Or make a conclusion, be my main conclude or say. Also, I champion the issue before Parliament for immediate passage of comprehensive legislation, and then we will prohibit the motion. Because Ghana, because you said they need a very strict law. I prohibit you from your culture, and your tradition, your norms, and your mom beliefs and this. All right. On this, I will end here, and I will say a big thank you for everybody for your time. What I always say is, subscribe to any of your platform, Facebook or YouTube. It's also our website that you update you on various news. It's called DN News Channel website, dnnewschannel.com. Or call your foreign politics or your local news and so on. All right.